Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful day here in downtown Ajax. We're joined today by Minister Lecce, MPP Bresee, and I'm going to turn it over to MPP Barnes to kick off the event today. Thank you for attending.
Thank you, Mayor Collier. Good morning, everyone. It is a pleasure to host everyone here today in my riding of Ajax, right here at the Ajax Community Center. I'm thrilled to be here alongside Minister Stephen Lecce, Minister of Energy and Electrification, PA Ric Bresee, Minister of Transportation, Peter Bethune-Falvey, MPP for Pickering, would love to be here today, but he was not able to join us. I'd like to also acknowledge my colleagues from the town of Ajax, Regional Councillor Marilyn Crawford, Councillor Nancy Henry, CAO Sean Baker, Supervisor of Environmental Sustainability and Climate Change Cameron Richardson. Again, a thank you to Mayor Collier for hosting us today, Councillor Rob Tyler Morin, and also we have Ali here from the Ajax Pickering Board of Trade, Suresh as well from Connecting GTA, and the always amazing to see Don Terry. Under the leadership of Premier Doug Ford and our PC government, we are getting it done. We're building new hospitals, roads, and highways. We're expanding our transit system and attracting historical investments right here in Ontario. We saw how unaffordable life was under the previous Liberal government. And similarly, our Liberal counterparts continue to impose hardships on Canadians with the carbon tax, a tax that has made everything from heating to eating more expensive. But our government won't do the same. We have extended the gas tax cut, saving families an average of $300 a year. We have slashed red tape, making it easier to build while reducing the cost of home ownership. We have put money back into the pockets of families and are making sure we make life affordable, including supports for individuals with a rebate check to help offset some expenses. All of this is a part of our ongoing commitment to making Ontario a better place for families and businesses to thrive. Today's announcement is another important step into that direction. As we work to build a cleaner, greener future, expanding electric vehicle infrastructure will play a critical role in reducing emissions and supporting Ontario's transition to a sustainable energy future. And with that, I am proud to invite my friend and colleague, the Honourable Stephen Lecce, to share more details about today's exciting announcement.
Thank you. Okay, well, good morning. It's wonderful to be here in Ajax. Let me thank the amazing Patrice Barnes for her leadership in this community. We got the band back together because Patrice and I spent many years working together in the interest of the next generation, which is why we're here together. So thank you, Patrice, for your leadership, for the families of Ajax, the people of Ontario. Thanks to Ric Bresee, who's been an incredible partner in the Ministry of Transportation, working very hard as we work together to expand our clean energy future in his own community. So thank you both as we advance the cause of affordable energy for the people of Ontario. And you know, as we know, we've got to make life more affordable, make it easier to get to places where families need to go. And that's why we're helping the 190,000 EV drivers on the road in Ontario today save time. Because too often, one of the biggest challenges for EV owners, particularly in small towns and suburban communities, is limited charging options. And finding a charging station that's close by and readily available can mean the difference between a quick stop and a time-consuming detour. One that makes their commute even longer and takes away time from their work or school or just time with their family. And that's why our government announced a $91 million investment through the EV Charge On program to get shovels in the ground on more charging stations so that our drivers could get home quicker. That includes $63 million of targeted specifically at small, medium-sized communities where charging infrastructure has just not kept up. And so today we are pleased to announce that this investment in Ontario is going to help build more than 1,300 new EV charging stations in communities across Ontario, including right here in Ajax, and in towns from Trent to Timmins and Belleville to Brantford. These chargers will be located at arenas, at community centers, at recreation centers and hospitals and other local sites in communities that have until now at least had limited access to charging infrastructure. For example, here in Ajax, we are working with the town of Ajax to build 4 new charging ports at the Rotary Park Pavilion, a focal point of the town's waterfront trail. Another 4 new charging ports at the Caristers Marsh Pavilions. With a total of 270 new sites right across Ontario, these new chargers are going to make life much easier for our parents, our workers, and for the families during their daily commutes to reduce the range anxiety and support those who are making the switch to electric. In Northern Ontario, specifically, where we're building 190 new charging ports, and where distances between these towns could be much greater than we experienced in the GTHA. This expansion will provide comfort, knowing that chargers will be where they need them most. In the end, this program will increase the number of charging ports in the province right across the board and build on the province's and government's other initiatives, like supporting the EV adoption, to support EV adoption, which includes our new ultra-low overnight electricity price plan. This is designated to help Ontarians save on electricity costs every single time they charge up their vehicle overnight. This rate plan is a win-win. It reduces the cost of owning and operating an EV, it incentivizes energy use during off-peak hours, and it helps us to balance demand on our power grid. Now, the government is actively exploring the development of an electric vehicle charger discount electricity rate to get more chargers built. But more on that another time. Let me just say thank you to our amazing partners here today in the township, the mayor and council, Board of Trade, Chamber of Commerce, everyone who's been working together to make life easier and more affordable for our families and our seniors across Ontario. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the impact of these new chargers that they will bring to these communities across Ontario, because together we're going to build a more connected, affordable future for all of us. And with that, I'll turn it over to Ric Bresee, Parliamentary Assistant in the Ministry of Transportation. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, Minister Lecce, for your kind introduction. In a few short months in your role, you've laid the foundations for Ontario's energy future that will benefit families for generations to come. It's great to be here in Ajax today on behalf of the Minister of Transportation, Pradmeet Sarkaria, and alongside MPP Barnes, who's done just an amazing job in the House, to celebrate today's milestone, which will make driving electric vehicles in Ontario even easier than ever before. Under the leadership of Premier Ford, Ontario is on the path to becoming a global leader in EV manufacturing. Today, we're one step closer to reducing range anxiety for thousands of EV owners all across the province. Soon, we will have EV chargers across the province, including in places where they simply aren't easy to find today. This includes small and rural communities and remote communities, Indigenous communities, as well as in provincial parks and rest stops and carpool lots. Because no matter where you are, going electric should be an option. Thanks to Charge On, you won't have to worry about whether you'll make it to your destination. And with that, I'll turn it back to Minister Lecce for questions. Thank you very much.
Sir.
We'll now open up the floor to questions from the media. Please come up to the mic and state your name and outlet. Please remember it's one question, one follow-up. We'll start with our first outlet.
Okay.
Good morning, Minister. Andy Chow from Omni News and City News.
Hi there.
The question is, how soon we will see these charges implemented in these cities?
So the work has been underway now for over a year to help execute the delivery of these charging stations. We recognize the importance of getting them done very soon, and so we worked with municipalities, with partners, Indigenous partners, as well as with nonprofits to help execute them. So you start to see many of these projects into the next year, and we'll see many of them come online in the next 2 years. So the objective is to really create as much pressure on the system as possible to get these up and running for commuters across Ontario.
And a follow-up, the Liberal campaign said they would cut the HST portion of home heating and hydro bills. Your thoughts, sir?
you know, if Bonnie Crombie and the Liberals want to reduce taxes for Ontario families, then they will join our government right now, today, in calling for the immediate elimination of the federal Liberal carbon tax, which is not just a tax on home heating, it's a tax on everything. I mean, look, every year as mayor, and she has increased taxes on working families. They oppose the elimination of the sticker, driver license sticker. They oppose the elimination of tolls. They oppose the reduction of a 10 cents liter fuel tax cut. They have a record of increasing taxes and of opposing tax relief. So the truth is, if the Liberals want to join our government today in calling on the federal Liberals to eliminate the punitive carbon tax, that'd be a positive sign. But we know that Bonnie Crombie has championed carbon taxes for 15 years. So I'm not sure anyone really believes the provincial Liberals are going to cut taxes when their record in Ontario was tripling the debt and increasing every single tax they could. So we're going to continue to stay focused under the Premier's leadership of tax relief. We have systematically cut taxes. The greatest case study is the 10 cents a litre reduction in fuel that we extended, which the provincial Liberals opposed in the legislature now twice. So we're going to stay focused on the economy. The Premier is going to stay focused on affordability. And we're going to continue to make the case that if we want to help every single family in every region of Ontario reduce taxes right across the board, then we can act in unity today and call for the immediate elimination of the federal Liberal carbon tax. That's the way we make life more affordable for everyone. Okay.
That concludes our press conference. Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you.